My name is Ashley Carroll. I'm the Dougherty County 4-H Extension Educator, and today's presentation is focused on 4-H programming on social media. So, social media are websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking. Some common social media sites are Twitter, Google+, Instagram, Facebook, Flickr, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and YouTube. So the big question is, why should we use social media for our 4-H programs? The biggest reason is to connect and communicate with your 4-Hers and their families. You can also share success stories from your 4-Hers and from your program, as well as show the impact that 4-H has had on your community. Social media is a great way to recruit new members and volunteers and remind your community about fundraising programs for 4-H. If you want to use social media for marketing 4-H activities and events, you can also do that by posting flyers and updates for deadlines on events. The best thing about social media, though, is that it's free for you to use. There are some University of Georgia and College of Ag guidelines that you should use when working on social media. Remember that you should receive approval from the CASE social media team before starting any account, and you should always have at least 2 administrators that are able to log into your social media accounts. These should be extension staff members and someone in your office. It's important to use professional language when posting on social media. Remember not to include sensitive information about 4-Hers or about 4-H or extension. UGA suggests that you do not host contests or give away prizes on your social media sites. And when errors occur, it's important to correct them visibly and in a timely manner. They suggest not deleting the original post. Do not encourage 4-Hers under the age of 13 to connect with you on social media. This is because most networks do not allow students under age 13 to have accounts. Also, do not tag the personal accounts of 4-H members when posting photos of them. On several surveys, I was asked if we are allowed to post photos and videos of 4-H members, and the answer is yes, as long as you have a signed medical information and release form from their parents. At the very bottom of the form, you can see the part that gives us permission to post photos, videos, and voice recordings of students. So as long as you have a signed form, you are good to go on posting photos of 4-Hers. So the best part, or the most important part about a social media account, is marketing it as well. So when you first set up your account, make sure that you create a recognizable username and URL. For example, in Dougherty County, our Instagram username is Dougherty County 4-H. And on Facebook, our URL is facebook.com/Dougherty County 4-H. You should also remember to select a meaningful profile and cover photo. This helps your followers recognize you easier on social media. Don't forget to include your office contact information, such as your address, your phone number, and also maybe the agent email address in your About Me section on Facebook or the Bio section on Instagram and Twitter. This makes it easier for your followers to contact you if they do not have a business card or something like that with them. Also, if new people that aren't, active members of your organization find you on Facebook, this will give them the chance to contact you as well. A good way to keep your 4-H members and family members aware that you are on social media is to include your username on flyers, newsletters, and blogs. This way, everything that you send out into the community is also promoting you on social media. You can use hashtags when posting on all sites to connect to more followers. This connects similar conversations between different posts. Some popular hashtags are 4-H Grown, Georgia 4-H, True Leaders, and SWD 4-H. One important thing to remember after you start your account is to adjust your account and privacy settings. This is how you make your page public or private. If you have a public page, that means anyone can see your posts, and they can also comment and like and retweet your posts. If your page is private, only your followers will be able to see your page. This is a good thing to do if you want to make sure only your 4-H members and their family members can see your posts. You can also add or remove the option for others to post or comment to your page. You can also block specific words from your page, and on Facebook, this is called the profanity filter. Even if you have a great 4-H Facebook page or Instagram page or Twitter page, it's not going to be effective if you don't post in a timely manner. So try to post as often as you can. So take time to post on social media when promoting events. You can also send out updates from events, and do not forget when you get back home from project achievement or from camp to post highlights on your social media pages. Some social media sites also allow you to schedule your posts beforehand. So if you know you're going to be busy for the next 2 or 3 weeks and you won't have time to post on social media, you can go ahead and set those pictures and those captions to post at a specific day and time. One of the quickest way to post to several social media sites is to connect them all together. So when you post to one, it posts to all of them. Multimedia posting is very important. Research shows that social media pages that incorporate visual content, such as photos and videos, can generate up to 94% more engagement with their followers. So for this reason, you should try to post photos and videos to engage your viewers. These can be photos of your 4-Hers at activities and events, and these can also be flyers and promotional material. It's a great idea to share or retweet posts from other 4-H accounts, such as the Southwest District 4-H page, the Georgia 4-H page, and also the National 4-H page, especially when their posts are representing something in your community or showing other opportunities that your 4-Hers have in 4-H. National 4-H offers social media badges that cover everything from agriculture to leadership to citizenship and so much more. You can use these on social media to represent 4-Hers and volunteers, and they're a great way to show the 4-H grown hashtag. Facebook specifically is the largest social network, and it has 1.23 billion daily active users. Typically, the audience you want to reach on Facebook are those parents. So some specific tools that Facebook has that you may want to use, you have Facebook tabs, and that is used to organize your Facebook page. So at the very top of your Facebook page, you can set up your photo albums, you can have directions to your office, links to your website and blogs, and also a spot to sign up for your e-newsletter if you have one of those. You can also use Facebook events to represent 4-H events. This sends out reminders about the event. It allows your followers to say if they are attending, maybe attending, or not attending, and that can be helpful when you're planning for how many meals to buy for your events. All 3 social media sites that we're talking about today have analytics. For Facebook Insights, you can see how well each individual post is doing. This is a screenshot from the Southwest District 4-H Facebook page, and it shows your page views, likes, the total reach, engagement, and also videos if you post videos. This summary is for the last 7 days, but you can change it to reflect a month or other time ranges. This is helpful when you're reporting the number of contacts you've made in Georgia Counts. Something to keep in mind when posting to social media is that each one has its own peak time. The best times to post on Facebook are Thursdays and Fridays between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Here is an infographic to kind of wrap up what we just talked about Facebook. So remember to check your privacy settings to make sure your community can find you, and also decide who you want to see, post, or comment on your page. Encourage your 4-H families to like your page for important program updates, and include your page's username on flyers and newsletters and anything else that goes out into the community. You can generate more engagement by posting photos and other interesting things. You can also share from 4-H pages. So don't forget to connect to the National 4-H page, the Georgia 4-H page, and the Southwest District 4-H page. You should use Facebook Insights to learn about your followers and strategize. This will show you which posts are most popular, so that shows you what your followers like to see the most. And then post updates to your page in a timely manner to keep followers interested. So consider scheduling your post in advance when it comes to busy season. Twitter is also a very popular social network. There are about 319 million monthly active users, and this is a mix of adults and teenagers. So depending on your county, you could reach both your 4-Hers and their parents on Twitter. Some things to keep in mind when using Twitter is live tweeting. When you're at 4-H events, such as Project Achievement, consider live tweeting from the event. You can use this to give 4-Hers at the event updates about what's coming next at the event. And you can also tell people who aren't at the event, who places at Project Achievement if you have newly elected board members, and it gets everyone excited about 4-H. This is a great way to help promote the event for the next year as well. You can use Twitter polls to engage your followers. Mississippi 4-H hosts a Trivia Tuesday on Twitter, and the bottom right-hand corner is a screenshot of their Twitter Trivia Tuesday. This is a great way to engage your followers. You can also use polls to collect program feedback to see if your 4-Hers enjoyed the summer day camps they participated in, and also help you plan for the next year. Twitter also has analytics. This is an example post on Twitter, and it shows you the number of impressions, engagements, and the engagement rate. Overall, Twitter Analytics is pretty easy to read. It shows you exactly what you need to know as far as what types of tweets get the most feedback. Peak times for Twitter. The best time to post on Twitter is every day between 12 and 6 p.m. And here is an infographic for tweeting like a 4-H pro. Remember that timing is everything. Keep in mind that peak time, and also remember to do regular updates. Don't forget to use meaningful hashtags on Twitter. The hashtag was born on Twitter and is a great way to connect different conversations about the same topics. It's a great idea to come up with your own county hashtag to keep your 4-Hers tweeting and connecting to conversations with you as well. You can use Twitter polls to engage your followers by doing trivia and also getting program feedback. And live tweeting can also keep your 4-Hers excited about what's going on in your program. Finally, don't forget to make connections with those other 4-H 4-H Twitter accounts. Instagram is by far the most popular of these three social networks for teenagers. I've asked several of my 4-Hers which social network they're on, and most of them, almost all of them, are on Instagram. There are a total of 500 million users. So Instagram has some pretty unique features that Twitter and Facebook do not have. For example, Instagram has filters. You can see this one picture has been changed into 4 different filters, and these are just some of the many filters on Instagram. These can be used to keep your followers excited about what's going on and make the pictures pop and catch their attention. You can also use collages on Instagram. So if you just want to have one post, but there are several photos that you want to highlight from camp or another program, you can use the collage feature on Instagram to keep all of your photos into one post. As I mentioned before, a great way to save time on social media is to connect your accounts. This is best done on Instagram. On the right, you see a screenshot right before posting on Instagram. At the top, you have your photo. To the right, you see your caption, and you have the option to tag people, add a location, and then also connect to the Dougherty County 4-H Facebook page and the Twitter page. If you have those other social networks, you can also connect to those as well. Instagram also has insights. As you see to the right, this is one of the Dougherty County 4-H posts. And by clicking on View Insights, I was able to see the number of impressions, reach, and the engagement. Impressions for a post is just the total number of views that it received. The reach is the number of unique accounts who saw your post, and the engagement is the number of unique accounts who liked or commented on the post. This is also great when reporting in Georgia Counts. Instagram's peak times are weekdays between 3 and 5 p.m. As I said before, typically your high school 4-Hers are the ones who are on Instagram. This peak time is great because you can post right when they get out of school and they'll be more likely to see your posts. The Instagram infographic shows us a little bit of information about users. It shows us that users' ages are pretty spread out. And there are also several women and men on Instagram. It's not mostly women or mostly men. Some helpful tips to remember for Instagram are to post quality photos, to incorporate personalized hashtags like those county hashtags, and also to utilize the analytics to show you what your viewers like the most. Here are a few additional resources. If you have questions, you can email the CASE social media team or the Office of Communications and Creative Services. And there are a few more resources that are available to you. You should check out CASE Social Media Policy, the UGA Social Media Guidelines, National 4-H Social Media Community Guidelines, National 4-H Council Social Media Best Practices, and OCCS Social Media DIY Guide. If you have any specific questions for me, feel free to email me. My email is on the slide. I hope you have enjoyed this presentation and it will be helpful in social media for your county.